everybody, it's Poppy Cherry here, and today we are going to do another intermediate fan choreography. So today what we're going to be doing is think about a kind of, I was going to say slow, but if you know me, it's never that slow. Let's go for mellow, kind of bluesy country. We were talking about what it is before. It's kind of like a kind of a western, sexy Kurt Russell meets Clint Eastwood in the desert, but with sexy fans. I don't know. That's what we're going to do. Basically, all you'll need for today is you'll need your fans. If you want to just use regular fans, that's great. You could absolutely try what we're going to do today with a slightly larger pair of fans. Makes it a little bit more challenging, but the moves that we're doing today are definitely doable with larger ostrich fans. Not so much pheasant or waterfall, but we do have some new videos with Maple on how to use those if you're interested. Anyway, otherwise footwear, just if you've got dance heels, that's great. Otherwise, barefoot or socks. Don't love runners for fan dance. I like something where it's easy to change your weight and be on your toes and all of that. So, but really just get comfy and let's get cracking. Okay, so today what we're going to do is we're going to start a little bit moody, and I want us to take the beginning of this routine to really work on developing a bit of a face and body reveal. So we're going for a bit of a mystery vibe at the start. We will be starting in neo grip, so with your thumbs on top. And what I'm going to get you to do is to make a neo grip lollipop. And I want you to make sure, so what's going to be important here is where the hands are placed. Normally, if you were doing lollipop, I'd be like, I don't really care whether that one's on top or that one's on top. But for today, because we're going to be moving and twisting and unraveling our lollipop, it is going to matter. So what I'm going to get you to do is to bring it so that your left fan is going to be on top, so that you can kind of make, if I was facing off that way, we can open them, close them like an alligator, and they're not going to get stuck. Then what I want you to do is flip that into a lollipop. So what you've got is your left fan is the one that's on top and it's closer to your body, yeah? And the right fan is the one that's up from underneath. So that's where we're going to start. So the idea is I want you to make if you can't make a full circle, if your lollipop looks like that with your fans, that's totally fine. But we're going to go for a mystery vibe. We're going to start the routine with just 4 pulses on the offbeat. So it'll be a 1 pulse, 2 pulse, 3 pulse, 4 pulse. And by pulse, they're just tiny little short, sharp squeezes, yeah? Then what you're going to do is you're going to slowly come forwards and shimmer forwards and kind of clap at me and bring it back. So when we're doing that clapped lollipop, if you have a look from the side, I'm not kind of going like this and getting all squished up. I'm reaching and extending forwards and then bringing it back. So it really feels like your feathers are coming forwards, they're eating up your audience and they're bringing them back. So we had pulses, 1, pulse, 2, pulse, 3, pulse, 4, pulse and forward, 2, 3, 4 and back, 6, 7. Then we're going to rotate them to the right. We're going to go rotate 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to come back 6, 7, 8. So your left fan should be the one that's on top when we've rotated back. Yeah, so again from here we rotated to the right, 2, 3, 4, absolutely add a shimmer, come back, 6, 7, and now for the little trick. So what we're in now, I call this hourglass, this pose, and you might actually need to stop and take a look at these. Sometimes it's worth actually, when you can't see your face, I should have said at the beginning, feel free to just watch me doing these. Rewind this section a couple of times if you need to before you join in, because it can be a bit confusing if you're trying to join in but you can't see me. But so I'm here in hourglass, I've got my left fan on top. What I'm going to do is, if you see that your thumbs are towards the body, is we're going to flip so that the thumbs are on the outside. So I'm going to flip my fans like that. You're going to go, what? What did we just do? All right. So the top fan's pretty easy. So the left fan, and by the way, we're going to come to face the right as we do that. The left fan is just going to come to hide the face. Yeah, so it just came like that. The bottom one's a little bit more tricky. What I want you to do, and turning to the side will help you, is just think about turning towards the camera. Lovely. I tend to release my index finger just to make that a little bit more comfortable if you need to adjust your grip. So now we're in hourglass, but we're facing off towards the side and we've got that ability to pull them apart. Yeah? So just that last section again. So we rotated to the right, 2, 3, 4, back to the left, 6, 7, 8. Then we rotate and we come to face the right. You've got your left fan on top, and then your left foot is going to draw a little circle and come back in. And it can be small, just a little, ooh, wouldn't you like to know what I've been doing? Yeah? So we're just going to add a little bit of mystery. And that's your intro. If you need to rewind and watch me doing that a couple of times and then join in, absolutely do that. If you're ready, we're going to try that with the music. So just to recap where we start, you needed to have your left fan on top and then flip that so that left fan is on top or closer to your body. We've got thumbs in towards the body and we're in a lollipop. We're going to start with 4 pulses as soon as the music goes. Pulse, 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 reach forwards and back, 6, 7, and rotate to the right and back to the left, flip the fans around and circle. Lovely, that's it, awesome. So nothing too crazy. If you want to go back and practice that a couple of times, feel free. I feel like, was there something? Oh, there was something I was going to say, which is in this routine, we're actually going to get quite hipsy with it. So I'm going to encourage you at the start, we can be kind of very statuesque and just moving strongly with the arms. But as the music kicks in, I want to start to feel the hips are just going to start to feel this. So we're definitely going to be hipsy. We're going to be grindy. There's definitely going to be some actual grinds in the video today as well. So, all right, let's go from now. We were here and we were facing off to the side. Like I say, go back, rewind if you want to practice that. You had your left fan on top and your right fan is the one underneath. We're still in neo grip. We haven't grip changed yet. Grip change is coming. What we're going to do is we're going to pull your right fan up through underneath and then wrap it around the back of your head. Face reveal. So we're face revealing by pulling that one behind the other fan, wrapping it around, and then as it kind of hits back to your heart shape or your cabinet shape, then your left fan is going to do what I call a bit of an ole pull, which is where we do a wrap, but we pull the other one at the same time. If you've learnt my hambiwa, where hambiwa they pull apart, but in that sort of floor or ceiling plane. This one is the same kind of pull apart, but it's happening in that wall plane. So we're going to pull apart like that. Yes. Lovely. So again, bring that fan on top. We pull through. We wrap. And it's kind of on about 7, 6, 7, and a pull, pull. This is where it gets tricky. All right. What we are going to do here is we're going to do the poppy half windmill, which is the 2 single twirls, if you remember those. But we're going to do a walk around grip change in each one. If you haven't learned walk around grip changes, take a pause, go watch the video, come back. Okay, so we pulled them apart and we were here. What we're going to do is this one will just do a little twirl. That just kind of comes back down. Then your front fan, so your left fan is going to come up. Index finger meets the thumb. It walks around. My other fan walks around, but this move is going to connect into, you guessed it, hambiwa. Left fan on top, but it's also a turn. Fuck, there's a lot to this combo. Then we're going to turn and pull, and we're going to land in a platter at the end of that twirl. Turn. The end of the turn. So the few things going on there. Get yourself back to neo grip. This is probably the hardest combo of today, so we'll spend a moment on it. Left fan on top. Right fan pulls through, it head wraps, lovely. Then the other one head wraps, and if you want to, you can extend the leg to make that an even bigger move. See what I did there? As it comes back in, that leg can come back in. We're going to do grip change 1, grip change 2, left fan on top. Think about this lower fan being what pulls you around. So as my left foot goes around, my right fan is pulling and twisting me to come around to be in a platter on the other side. Yeah? So try that one more time. Left fan on top. Pull the right fan, head wrap. Nice. Ole pull, leg extends if you want to. Bring it down, front fan, grip change, back fan, grip change, pull, hambi-wa platter. Can we try adding that in with the music? So we're going to go from the top, check which one's where, neo grip, blah, 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 lollipop. Here we go. We start with our pulses. Pulse, 3, 4, and push. And clap, and back, 6, 7, rotate to the right, and back to the left. Flip the fans, come to the side, leg circle, and in. Head wrap back. So that one's quite slow. Pull, grip change, pull and turn. So did you feel how that move got faster as we went along? So it started slow, slow, slow pull, getting faster. We're building tension, unleash and turn. If you want to go back, try that again. If you want to have a water, get a water, and then we're going to move on. Okay, so we got to platter. So we just finished our hambi-wa turn. We're in classic grip, platter, glip. I don't know what a classic glip is. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to just do like a little gentle scoop and pull, and maybe the hips are starting to feel it now. There's not any particular direction I want you to grind. It's just I want you to think about pushing down and feeling the hips start to energize. So we're going to do a little pull, and then we're going to flip to what I call awkward tutu. So thumbs are down, and we've made a tutu, but we're in classic grip. Yeah? So classic grip tutu, we come down, and we're going to pull that, and then as we pull that up, we're going to come through frill neck lizard. Yeah? So let's just have a look. Platter, in case you're not familiar with these. Thumbs flip in and down for tutu. Then we're going to come up to frill neck lizard. Then we're going to lift up through reverse showgirl, take our t-shirt off, and come into clam with the left fan behind. Easier to say than do. Come up, take your t-shirt off, bring the left fan behind for clam. Yeah? So right fan in front. I'll give you the next bit. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do some little step taps, and we're going to kind of get a bit grindy. So we're going to kind of come at the audience a little bit. I'm not going to be massively fussed about which foot you're working on. I just want you to get into it. So we're going to do a step tap, or step bump if you want. Step tap, and I want you to turn to bring your feathers towards me and give me a bit of a taco grind. So that being, we've got the left fan behind and right fan in front. Ooh. Then we're going to switch and change. We're going to do another step taps. Step, tap, grind, and show me that other hip. I don't mind which way you do. I'm doing a forwards grind, but if you wanted to take it backwards or keep it flat with the ground, I don't really mind. But we just want to have it's like a step, tap. So options are you could keep it light, step, tap, or if you really want to feel the power of this, if you really want to channel your inner Kurt Russell, Escape from New York style, you're going to go step, bump, and grind, change and step, bump, and grind. Yeah, so that's what the hips are doing while we just have oysters. If you want to open and close your oysters and play with them, by all means, add your own flair. That's cool. All right, so let's just go over what that whole sequence was from platter. So after we've just finished the hambi-wa turn, we're in platter. We did a little scoop and pull. We flip down. We just a little play there. We're going to bring it up through collar. We're going to lift, reverse showgirl. We're going to make it rain down. Take your t-shirt off into oyster. Step, bump, and grind. 6, 7, change and step, bump, and grind. 6, 7. And I didn't do the change of oyster, which is why that felt really weird. So just to recap, you started with your left fan behind. Step, bump, and grind. 6, 7. Change fans. Step, bump, and grind. 6, 7, 8. How about we try all that from the top? Neo grip. This one on top. Make your lollipop. Here we go. We start with the 4 pulses. Pulse, 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 pulse and reach. And back. Rotate to right. Bring it back. Flip to the side. And circle. Head wrap right there. Other one. Grip change, grip change. Humby-wah, turn to platter. Let those hips go, we flip to collar, up to oyster and step, bump, grind, 6, 7, switch and step, bump, grind, 6, 7, 8, yes! So picking up the tempo, picking up the intensity. Let's pick it up from there, okay. So we've just done our little grind. Options, you can leave the fans where they are, you could shimmer them, you can also lift them. Yeah, there's lots you could do. You could hide them, you could lower them. Lots of different variations. Have a little play in the mirror, see what you like. Okay, from here what we're gonna do is we're gonna continue our step taps, but we kind of came forward a bit. So just for the sake of we're in our living rooms and we've got limited space, we're gonna step tap backwards. And what I want you to do is your front fan is gonna come up to showgirl for showgirl with a backpack. So step, bump, yeah? Then we're going to just do some figure eights. You're welcome, yeah? Smoldering energy, that's what I want there. Lovely. Then what we're going to do is very slowly, I want you to kind of gather me in. I can feel you. That's it. I want you to gather me in. You're going to wrap a butterfly and we're going to come into a butterfly and face the back. So we've just given ourselves a big cuddle, but you've got 8 counts to do that. So this part is more about energy than it is about complicated fan work. So from the beginning of the oysters, we had a step, tap, and grind. 6, 7, change and step, tap, and grind. 6, 7, come back, step, tap, and I forgot what's next. We just did this. Smoldering energy, that's why, because we don't go anywhere. Great. Then we wrap. It's 8 counts to wrap. It's a long wrap into a butterfly. From the top, let's do the thing. Neo, grip, left fan on top, lollipop. Here we go. Pulse, 2 more, then reach. And bring it back, rotate right hand side. And back. Rotate the fans, thumbs to me, and leg circle. Head wrap. Oh, nice face reveal. Pull, grip change, humby-wah, turn to platter now and we're going to flip it down, up to frill neck lizard, t-shirt off, right fan behind left fan behind, you know, and change, step, bump, grind, come back into showgirl, and hips, and gather me, and slowly wrap, 7, close, yeah, nice, all right, we've got some butt finale. Yeah, because maybe you did all of that and you actually had a really saucy little G-string or something on. And we go, it's butt time, baby. So let's do some butt time. I'll show you facing me. So you can face me and just practice it. But we had just turned to the back, yeah? But for the sake of practicing, let's look at each other. So all you're going to do is kind of do some forwards and back. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of alternating knee bends because what that's going to do is stick my booty out a little bit. Yeah, so feet are close together, alternating bends, sticking your booty out, but not in kind of like a saggy way with a lot of intention, yeah, with a lot of power, yeah? So we're going to do a 1, 2, t-shirt off, grind and showgirl. Then we're going to close again, 1, 2, t-shirt off, and showgirl. But we do that facing the back. So how that's going to look is a 1, 2, and 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, and then we're going to slowly come back to face the front, thumbs to sternum, or as Maple likes to call it, Sally Rand. I call it thumbs to sternum because that's where they go, or thumbs to cleavage, whatever you prefer, yeah? So we're going to come to here, and we're going to smolder at them a little bit more. Oh. Maybe magically, while all of this was happening, maybe there was some moment where maybe your bra cups came off, right? And so when we come back, maybe now we're just a little bit more naked. You can kind of imagine inserting a bit of striptease into that, yeah? Then what we're going to do is we're going to do a grip change, and these are those momentum, or I like to call it Maple Rose grip change. We're going to do 1, 2, still covered, and then imagine we're coming up for our big reveal, up through showgirl, overhead kiss, bringing it down for a muscle man finale. Muscle man being, yeah? And that's going to be your finale, but it can just be kind of like a smouldering glow at them. It's a finale that maybe the lights are just going to fade out on you in that position. Yeah? Sounds good? I think we can just do the whole thing. If you need to go back, as always, just revisit what you're not sure about. But let's have a crack at the whole thing. We'll do it a couple of times, once with me helping, and then we're just going to dance it out, and whatever happens, happens. Reminder, neo grip to start. Left hand on top. Make your lollipop. Start with pulses. Here we go. Pulse, 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 and reach it. And shimmer forwards, back. Rotate right. And back. And turn. And leg. 6, 7, head right. What you clatter now and that's it. Flip it down for awkward teaching. Frill neck lizard, t-shirt off, behind and step, bump, grind. Step, bump, grind. Come back through showgirl. Hold. Slow to butterfly, goodbye. I'm turning, I hate to leave you. Open, close, up to showgirl. Again, now close, open, up to showgirl. Slowly turn to thumbs to sternum. Big grip change. 1, and let it fade out. Yes. Alrighty. We've got one more go, which is going to be I won't help, and we'll just play. I hope you had some fun with an intermediate fan flow. I've been Poppy as always. Leave me a comment or a question if you've got one. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.